For 10 years, I believed I had the perfect marriage. My husband Daniel was my best friend, my partner, and the person I trusted more than anyone else in the world. We built a life together, shared dreams, celebrated successes, and supported each other through difficult times. Whenever people talked about betrayal or broken relationships, I felt grateful because I truly believed those things could never happen to us. But looking back now, I realize I was living inside a carefully built illusion. Everything changed on an ordinary Tuesday evening. Daniel had just returned from work and was taking a shower upstairs. His phone was sitting on the kitchen counter when a notification suddenly appeared on the screen. Normally, I would never look at his phone, but something about the message caught my attention. It simply said, "Does your wife know the truth yet?" My heart immediately began racing. I stared at the screen, reading the words over and over again. What truth? Who had sent that message? And why would someone ask such a question? That night, I barely slept. My mind kept replaying the message. The next morning, I tried convincing myself that there was a simple explanation, but the feeling wouldn't go away. Over the following weeks, I started noticing things I had ignored for years. Daniel was suddenly taking more business trips. He often stepped outside to answer phone calls. Sometimes he seemed nervous when I asked simple questions. Small details that once seemed harmless now felt suspicious. One afternoon while organizing old paperwork, I discovered something strange. Hidden among several financial documents was a bank account I had never seen before. At first, I assumed it was related to work, but as I looked closer, I noticed monthly payments being sent to the same person year after year. The amounts were significant. Thousands of dollars. My hands started shaking as I reviewed the records. Why had he never mentioned this account? Why was so much money disappearing every month? I needed answers, but I didn't want to confront him without proof. So I stayed quiet. For weeks, I carefully gathered information. I reviewed documents, tracked transactions, and searched for connections. What I discovered completely shattered my world. Daniel wasn't sending money to a business partner. He wasn't investing. He wasn't helping a relative. He was supporting another life. Another family. For nearly 10 years, he had been living a double life while pretending to be the perfect husband. The moment I realized the truth, I felt like the floor had disappeared beneath me. Every memory suddenly felt different. Every anniversary, every vacation, every promise. Had any of it been real? The betrayal wasn't just about the lies. It was about the years stolen from me. The trust I had given so freely. The future I thought we were building together. For days, I cried in silence. Then something changed inside me. I realized I had two choices. I could let anger control me, or I could let the truth speak for itself. I chose the truth. Instead of confronting Daniel immediately, I spent another month collecting every piece of evidence I could find. Bank records, messages, documents, and timelines. By the time I was finished, there was no denying what he had done. One evening, I invited him to dinner. He arrived smiling, completely unaware of what was about to happen. We talked normally throughout the meal. Then, after dessert, I quietly placed a folder on the table. He opened it and began turning pages. Within seconds, the color disappeared from his face. He knew exactly what he was looking at. Every secret, every lie, every hidden payment, every year of deception. For the first time since I had known him, Daniel was speechless. He tried explaining. He tried making excuses. But none of it mattered anymore. The evidence spoke louder than his words ever could. The truth he had hidden for a decade was finally exposed. In the months that followed, everything changed. Friends and family learned the truth. The image he had spent years protecting slowly fell apart. As for me, the healing process wasn't easy. Some days were painful, some days were lonely, but little by little, I rebuilt my life. I discovered strength I never knew I had. I learned that betrayal can break your heart, but it doesn't have to break your future. Today, when I look back, I don't think about revenge. I think about freedom. The day I discovered the truth was the day I stopped living inside someone else's lie. And if there's one lesson I learned from all of this, it's that trust is valuable, but honesty is priceless. Because no matter how long someone hides the truth, eventually it finds a way to come into the light.